Nagyon köszi, hogy eljöttetek, meg jó látni ennyi ismerős arcot, és egy csomó mindenkit tavaly ilyenkorról, vagy nem is tudom, mikor volt ez tavaly, talán márciusban, de hogy egy évvel ezelőttről, amikor ugyanilyet csináltunk. Ez a mai, ez talán rövidebb idő alatt fogunk ugyanannyit végezni, mint tavaly, úgyhogy kicsit sűrűbb lesz, kisebb szünetekkel, és igen intenzív. Nagyjából abban a struktúrában megyünk, ahogy tavaly. Idén 4 vendégünk van, akiket most gyorsan bemutatok. Login Macedóniából, aki talán a térség egyik legsikeresebb promótere. Olyan nevekkel dolgozik, mint akiket ti is ismeretek, mint a Dubioza kollektív, vagy Manu Chao. Emir Zágrábból, Horvátországból, aki nagyon sikeres rádióműsora, ahhoz kapcsolódó népszerű előfizetős blogja, tehát még fizetnek is érte az emberek. Van, és elég sok helyen ő is promóter egy zágrábi klubban, a Mocsvarában, és sok horvát fesztiválnak is ő az egyik kurátora. Egyébként mind a ketten rendkívül jól ismerik a magyar piacot. Mind a kettőjükkel sokat dolgozunk együtt. Emir idén a Budapest Ritmó zsűriének is a tagja volt, tehát akik bekerültek a showcase-be, mint például a rézelejések, akik nem tudom, már itt vannak-e azok, azt részben Emir, igen, bocs, azt részben Emirnek is köszönhetik. És a másik 2 vendégünk, akikkel pedig majd később beszélgetünk, ők Sam Bryant ott hátul, a Midnight Mango ügynökség az Egyesült Királyságból, illetve Jarmila Vličková, aki pedig a Bratislava World Music Fesztiválnak a vezetője. Ő még nem érkezett meg, mert késik a vonata. Ő neki is nagyon sokféle kapcsolata van a magyar piaccal, tehát általában ismeri az itteni felhozatalt, jó eséllyel már hallotta egyikötöket, másikotokat játszani. Minden évben jön például a Budapest Ritmóra, de más eseményekre is, meg ő is visz, talán minden évben visz magyar zenekart a saját fesztiváljára, mint ahogy az már Emir és Login esetében is előfordult. Ugye Login egyébként a PIN Showcase Skopjeban, ahol szintén sok magyar fellépő megfordult már, ha jól emlékszem, akkor idén a Freakin' Disco, tavaly a Duck Shell és a Bohemian, vagy ők tavaly előtt voltak. Ki volt még? Idén volt még valaki a Freakin' Discon kívül, azt hiszem volt, de mindegy. Hogy? Hakumba is játszott valóban. Aki meg játszott a Shippen is, ahol meg ami szintén egy showcase, és ahol pedig Emir kurátorkodik. Tehát, hogy nem a messziről jött embert lássátok a résztvevőkben, hanem olyanokat, akiknek fontos a magyar piac, és sokféle módon kapcsolódnak hozzá, és többnyire nagyon jó első lépcső vagy ahhoz, hogy elkezdjetek nemzetközi léptékekben gondolkodni. Ami miatt nagyon remélem, hogy senkit nem fog zavarni, hogyha mostantól angolul beszélgetünk, óhatatlanul. Az első panelben arról fogunk beszélni, hogy hogyan lehet és érdemes külföldön karriert építeni, tehát hogyan kezd el az ember nulláról nemzetközi piacban gondolkodni. A második beszélgetésben ott kimondottan a booking agency-kről lesz szó, és a harmadik pedig a listening session lesz, amelyikbe egy olyan, ha jól emlékszem, 10-12-en küldtetek anyagokat, illetve 10-12-töknek a dalait fogják kielemezni a jelenlévők. Úgyhogy akkor most átváltunk angolra, jó? So much about Hungarian today. Welcome. You have no idea what I just said, but I tried to mention your names as awkwardly many times as possible. So hoping that you have no idea in what context I just use your names. Yep. But I also lied about you. I said that you are interested in Hungary and the Hungarian music, and that you already have a lot of experience, connections in the country.
And very good exchange with Hungary, because you exchange a lot of artists to Macedonia, and for big thanks we send us our ex-prime minister to Hungary, so we are equal at the moment.
Igen, nem tudom, mindenki érti a poén, de jó poén. Igen, van egy most már hosszú ideje nálunk tartózkodó volt macedón miniszterelnök, aki emiatt nem ment otthon börtönbe. And Emir, some welcoming words also.
We didn't send any minister, but
Yet.
if you want, we will send.
Please.
We have a lot of names which we don't want in country.
Understood. Yeah, this could be a service. I mean, a kind of export.
Rent a minister.
kind of export-import agency, but that's for another event. In the next hour, we will discuss how to start promoting artists, how to start building a name abroad, internationally. And I'm lucky because I don't have answers, but I have questions, and you need to have the answers. Login. At least you had some success already in the past with building artists internationally. And you had successes, but also some failures. So we could learn from both. Tell us about the success first. So with Dubiosa, how did it start? What makes it working? This is probably the best story of the Balkans from the past 10 years in terms of international success.
I'm happy if you mean that is successful story. For me, it's still not very successful because I still live in Macedonia. But 16, 17 years ago, we start to work together. Before me was another agent from Slovenia who worked for them, and that guy probably do the best job for me. So I cannot say that he branded band all over the Balkans, but he do the great job to put band to play in every village 3 times in a week, 5 times in a year, and stuff like that. So what is not my characteristic. And then when I saw that this crazy artist wants to play 365 days per year, then we sit and make a deal to work together. Few months ago, they remind me that my first questions to them was, "Are you ready to be hungry?" And they told me that after leaving my office, they was totally surprised, like why we come to him to be hungry. So I don't know why they decide to trust me and start to work. So why I ask him are they ready to be hungry? Because if we want to do something, first of all, we need to start from zero, and we need hard work to make something what we don't know if will be success or not. So for me, it's always strange to come on a panel and talk how to make a successful career, because it's not a real formula for that.
But why did you decide to work with them? Was it their music, or was it their attitude, their hunger for success, or their hardworkingness?
Because at that moment, At that moment, the main artist on my roster was one to focus on his theater and movie career, what was boring for me, so was have a free slot on our roster. That was the first reason. Second reason is that I was also in that period travel and working almost on every festival in the region, from In Music, Exit Festival, Dirty Punk, Dirty Old, and I think I was like a rent a face on the Balkans, so I was almost everywhere in that period, like a manager or like a stage manager or like a roadie or like a everything what will promoter offer me to do it. So I was one to work this, and I was met Dubiosa on many shows, many festivals. And was not important for me just the music. It was important that the guys, first of all, was very honest, very honest. With my wife, I have at least one fight per day. With Dubiosa for 17 years, I still don't remember that we fight for something. So I'm very happy and lucky man. So because of this and the way of how they do the stuff and still not change, they drive by themselves, they do load in, do load out. Hello, my friend. And they almost every day have some new ideas. They try to learn the things what they don't know from video or from audio or from social medias or from everything. So I was like, for me most important was that I like this way of work. I like to, in that period, not anymore, I was like to work a lot.
But they still have like how many shows a year? 100, 120?
100. We become old, so 100 is enough. Yeah.
So why do you say you are not sure it's successful?
Because I still live in Macedonia. I don't live in Thailand, my friend. So
if we take,
but there.
If you take that joke seriously, why is that? Is it like a bad pricing strategy?
No. Everything is fine for now. Band is more than happy with everything, so they still not complain and stuff like that. But I still dream that we can make it more. You know, sometimes you need a moment, sometimes you need a song, sometimes you need a friend, sometimes you need something, you know. And I still believe that this something one day will come. Because if I don't have this wish, no point to work, I think so. So in Eastern Europe or on the Balkan, we play big shows. In Zagreb, we can do arena. In Bulgaria, we can do arena. In Macedonia, all these East European countries, we don't have any problems. Last year we play Australia, New Zealand. In April we go in Mexico, in Scandinavian tour 12 shows, UK tour 12 shows. So we don't have a problem with the shows. But I still miss some cherry to be very proud. So I find out that
for this panel's sake, let's consider this a success. Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I find out today that I'm on a World Music Day here. So it's focused on world music. That was our first problem when we start to think about international. Our problem was to find where we belong. So we are not typically world music artists. We are not punk. We are not electronic. We are mix of everything. So we need to find a way where to go, because you cannot go on Vomex because you're not totally world music or Babelmet or stuff like that. So then I choose, to be honest, 2-3 songs what was let's say world music, and we apply to go on this conference, and they accept us because means that all the repertoire are like this. The same we do with the other conferences. So if it's a punk conferences, I will send a punk song. So I was always try to find a way, but conceptually we was not belong to the world music. I think world music is I don't know. Okay. Stop.
Failures.
Thank you very much.
So, were there artists that you really believed in, but then it didn't really happen, didn't really break through internationally?
I have one artist, but I still believe in him. But he not. I think that he don't make it because he's older than me, 10 years. So he was know some things before us, and in that period he don't believe too much to us how to the things to be done. So I think that
I'm thinking very hard who you are talking about.
You want the name? Okay, Logan. I joke. Kirill Tchaikovsky is the name.
Ah, yeah, Kirill.
Kirill Tchaikovsky is the name. I think he's a pioneer of Balkan electronica, let's say, and one of the greatest artists what I ever meet. I think that like a producer, he's a maestro, let's say. You know, in one moment we changed his name. His pronounce is Tchaikovsky, but we changed his name pronounce for French market Tchaikovsky to sound much easily for French people. But I think he was not listen to us so much where we need to invest in that moment, where to go in that moment, blah, blah, blah. Now he's ready, but now I'm tired. So I don't know, I don't want to sound bad, but the really moment was 10 years ago when we built the things, beautiful videos, beautiful performances, but it's not fail. He's still one of the biggest in East Europe, but I believe that worldwide he can be much, much bigger than now.
But he had a nice but short run at that time. Like
yes, we have a lot, but not enough what we can make it. I know what we, if he listen a little bit, I'm pretty sure that we can make more. But need an investment, for example. I don't know if we have, in that period, we have offered to, for example, to play on one big conferences. He not accepted because...
Investment, it's a very important word. And I don't think that we talk about it enough here. What do you think needs to be invested? Is it money? Is it time? Is it a lot of playing for peanuts? Is it what?
All of this. So I when some new employer come to my office, first things what I say always, hey, to don't lie you, we work 24 hours. We don't work from 9 till 4 or 5, blah, blah, blah. We work 24 hours. If you're ready, let's work. This the same is with artists. If you want to make some progress, you need to invest everything. Sometimes money, sometimes peanuts, sometimes time. And without that...
It's usually everything.
Yes, of course. Of course. So, but most of the things is at the beginning, especially it's peanuts, you know. So how I can convince Balázs to pay any euro for something but he never listened, so and stuff like that. So especially in that period, we don't have any support from I don't know, European Commission or Ministry of Culture, blah blah blah. So the main investment was coming from us, from the management and from the artists too.
I think management, that's also a very important word. I'm pretty sure that most of the artists present, you are struggling with the shortage of managers or lack of managers here. In Hungary, who could help you break through internationally.
I think it's one of the biggest problem. I can say from Croatia, and I can assume that it's similar here in Hungary. In Croatia, we don't have as much professionals in music as we need. And I don't talk about musicians. There are so much great musicians and everything, but we are missing that like managers, like booking agents. Right now we have great technicians. That's good thing that in Croatia, in Zagreb especially, you can count on great sound on every show right now. I think that Login can say that in Croatia there are really good sound systems right now and everything. But I think the management or booking agents is something that bands or artists need to hire or something, because usually it starts with the bands, but at some point that is not enough, or it can be enough, but you must talk with each other to say, okay, I am the booking agent, I am manager of the band, and I'm the member of the band. Sometimes it's difficult to be both. And I know there is no money for extra amount when you're starting, but if you want to have international anything, I think that you need to hire or have some booking agent, managers, whatever you want to call it.
How many of you here work with a manager who is not a member of the band?
No one.
Yes, one.
At least one normal.
How many of you work with a booking agent?
Without band.
Ki a másik? Bohemian? You are with ZN production that's what you meant in France, right? Yeah. So you have some territorial agents in Europe.
There is a problem.
And Duckshell is the other one.
Yeah, Duckshell and Bohemian. Yeah, we talked about that before this meeting.
Okay, so when you start building your name, there is always one first question. Do you need to break through first on home pitch at home and then try internationally, or can you
I think that you need to have a good audience at home. I think that because when I'm booking the band from Zagreb, if I want to book some Hungarian band, I will ask you about that band, if they have some audience here or at other cities in Hungary. If it's from another country, I will talk with the people from that country about that band, if it's some new band. But I think that for my case, it's good to have audience in your city, town or country, but you don't need to wait for a long time to go abroad. Maybe because when you go, you can have a bad show at your hometown, because that's your audience. You will play again in a few months or half of a year or next year. But if you come to, for example, in Zagreb, and you play a bad show, I don't know if you will have another show in Zagreb ever. You must be prepared to have a good show abroad. That's in my opinion. Maybe in some punk DIY scene is different, because that is like different scene. But in this kind of scene, because I have in Zagreb, I can do maybe not me, but all the venues in Zagreb, we can do maybe 20 to 30 world music shows per year. So there is no much. There are no much room for.
There's
for you.
no room for mistake.
No room for mistake for sure. So I think it's right now. We will not talk about showcases, festivals, and I don't know what to think about.
We can talk about showcase.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
But
part of starting an international.
showcase festivals right now is a good thing to start. I don't have. I think that showcase festivals do some good things, do some bad things for everyone. But I think for new bands, that is good beginning. For example, Login has a showcase festival in Macedonia, Pin. I went first time last year, and I regret that I wasn't years before, because that is a great festival. Ment in Ljubljana, great festival right now. Šip in Šibenik, in Zagreb, in Croatia. So there are good, maybe too much showcase festivals, but there are good showcase festivals. And but when you are going to showcase festivals, you must be prepared for everything. You must be. There is no room on that festivals for messing around. You must play and immediately after that talk with everyone around. Give everything to everyone and be happy if someone call you back. That's something that you need to be. That's.
Investment, as Logan said.
That is investment.
Investment
When
of time and investment of miles.
Yes, but you know,
your first tours.
But for money, I know that everyone wants to have good money for the show. I will tell a story about Avalanche Kaito, the band from Belgium and Burkina Faso. They played in Zagreb last year, I think in February. It was great show. If you had chance to look Avalanche Kaito, look it. That's great show. And I said after that I was talking to manager and I said to him, "Oh, I'm so ashamed that it was only 70 people. We sell only 70 tickets. I cannot give you more money I cannot give you that after break even because we didn't get to that break even." And he said to me, "Okay, but next time, how much people it will be?" I said, 150 for sure. And he said, "Okay, in which, how much ticket will be?" I said, like 18 euros. I can do 15 to 18 euros. He said, "Okay, that's good for us." First show is investment. Second show, you can earn some money. And on third show, I think that's the show. If you can manage to do third show in one city abroad,
Third show in the same city.
in the same city.
So
Third, I think it's the third is when you can say that you have audience in that city. First is like just investment. Second, you can do it. On second show, you can see is it that good company, the good audience for you or no. First time is like.
But if on the second one there are less people than on the first one, then there is no third show. When Login, I need to wake you up. When you are preparing your, let's say, war strategy, how to storm Europe with an artist, in which strategy do you believe in? First, you go to the neighboring regions, or you try to go to the bigger markets, and then bounce back to the region. Because sometimes, if you make it in the UK or Germany or France, you can become more popular than in your own neighborhood.
Okay, I will start with the topics what you talked before, like for managers and first, second, third show. So the very important is yes, maybe in Croatia don't have so much managers, but it's also a question where you search for that manager in Lidl or in some production company, or you want to steal the manager from some famous artist. For me, from my experience, manager always can be everybody. So at least you need to find somebody who is at least maybe your best friend or maybe somebody who loves your music and
Somebody who believes in the band.
Yes, yes.
yes. So usually the artists when grow up always search on the web where can find. They don't see nothing around them, you know, or they don't believe, or they don't create the things together. In my hello. In my case, in Macedonia, I still don't have any school for manager or for music or for manager in music or in culture in general. So I finished the high school for electricity. So, and to be honest, when I was the first class in high school, the main guy come to me and say, "Logan, please don't touch nothing. Electricity is bitch." I saw how your professional is for this. Don't worry. So I find my way in the management. This is the first thing. So manager can be everybody. Don't dream about Live Nation. Don't dream about, I don't know.
Not like electricity, that can't be anybody.
Yes. That was the first thing. Second thing, about first, second, third show investment, and third one will be for sure that one. Also never knows. Maybe first can be also success. The things what the people don't do too much is good research. So if you research, if I have a invitation or for example, in my case is when I come first time in Croatia, I was find out that the most popular club at that moment was KSET, connected with my electricity career, because it's the club of the
Students of electricity.
fucking hell. I find out this now. So when I come there for first time, I was try to play together with some very popular Croatian artists. So this helped me a little bit to have at least some attention from audience, medias in that time, and blah blah blah. The second time when I come
With Super Hicks, or?
yes, the second time when I was come there. In that period, I promised, the CD was very expensive, but I promised, thanks to God, we have Bulgarian who do a good pirates. So we promised the second time to every who buy tickets, what was very cheap and was really investment by us, that like a €1 ticket together with CD, what was a fucking impossible because one CD was €10. So we have a sold out club, what was a super nice start of the career. No need to wait 3 times in that period. So now come to your question. What was your question?
You first focus on the neighborhood
Yes,
when you go
and,
abroad, or
yes, well,
on the
25,
bigger
30
markets?
years ago when I started with this, I have, for example, the Super Hicks, the punk, ska punk band, what I started with them, they perform, when I find them, they perform only on the English. My first condition was they need to switch on the domestic language. So they look me like strange, but I don't know why they believe me. They work on lyrics on Macedonian. They do the things. And for me, it was very, very, very easy to make at least some fans at the beginning of the career. So the same was with Dubiosa. Dubiosa, okay, they was playing mostly English, but when we start, we ask from them, this is the very hard. 20 years of existence, they have 11, I think, albums. So every years in one period, 1 year they have album on English, another year on domestic language, English, domestic language. So that was the very hard, and in between to play 100 and more shows. So that was the strategy what we make for them. Okay, to go abroad, we need first to convince people around us, and after that, at least somebody will say some good words to his, I don't know, family in Belgium or South America or whatever. So first time we played last year in Mexico, and we find out that they don't understand so much English. So for example, now when we will come back, maybe in a month, we will promote in next days 3 new songs on Spanish language. So we always trying to work hard also to come closer to this audience. And now it's easy, for example, for Dubiosa, after so many albums, really, I tell to them, hey guys, now play on any language what you want. It doesn't matter for me anymore. So if you play on English or Spanish or French, blah, blah, blah. So, but at the beginning, I strongly believe that you need to make an audience on your own language. And I think that as I know, Bohemian was go through the same system. As I know, I think they also start in a Hungarian. I know them from they was our support with Manu Chao when we was play, maybe, I don't know, 7-8 years ago. Then few years later, we co-shared the stage with Dubiosa, and now I saw them that they thinking, okay, let's took this from La Pegatina on Spanish, let's took this on French, let's took this on Bosnian or stuff like that, but it's very smart. So
for the artists from the Balkan, when you start an international career, there is always the big Balkan diaspora in almost everywhere in Western Europe. For Hungarian artists, that doesn't really work. There is no sizable diaspora, maybe except a few cities like London, Berlin, Vienna. That's it. How important is for you the diaspora to build your international strategies?
First of all, diaspora, it's very important. In my case, I always try to escape them. Why? No, because I don't like them. Because the music what diaspora listen is not the music what we promote. So I want to do something different than usually diaspora wants to do it. So I never go in his clubs. I always, for example, in Germany now, we don't work with diaspora promoters. We have a double better offers than from diaspora promoter than from the German promoter. But no, I want to go in a German club where play Blondie, play, I don't know, any famous German or foreign artist, than to go on some wedding party for diaspora and take a money and run. So I was not interested just to take a money and run on a short way. So our strategy was always to go in a place where it's a different audience. For example, in Washington, our booker, it's more crazy than me in America, and we asking one very famous club, 1919 in America, where really from Iggy Pop, Ramones, everybody played there. And I told to him, I want this club. And he was called the guy, he said, no, it's impossible, we don't know your band. So my guy, booker in America, was calling him every day, the guy, do you have any free slot, any cancellation maybe, anything. On the end, they call us and say, okay, we have cancellation in 3 months if you want to play here. We say yes. So, but you need to pay the venue, you need to pay the crew, you need to pay everything, and we will take you 70% from the tickets. And we have beautiful, we make a deal, we coming there. So we come there because the audience in this club trust to the club program. So we at least have 300 people in venue who never heard about us, who don't know who play, blah, 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 blah. And now we have to open the door in this club and this promoter and stuff like that. So I don't know if I answer the question for diaspora, but I try to not to escape them. They are all of them are welcome. For me, don't have black, white people, blah blah blah. All of them are the same. But I don't want to go in this.
From a strategic perspective,
Yes, don't diaspora
mainstream
ritual
audience is
will
more
not
important
play.
for you.
Yes, yes, and it's diaspora. It's not. It's big, but not so big for us, you know, because to come the Macedonia is just 2 millions, Bosnia 3 millions, Croatia.
I mean, but to be honest, I mean the whole Balkan
Yes,
diaspora.
but that's my point. To have all the diaspora, you need to make something more on the Balkan. So first, you need to be famous in Croatia, Serbia, blah blah blah. To count all of them that will come on the event, you know. So if you go with Super Hicks, you cannot expect the Slovenians will come.
But I think it's tricky to do shows for only diaspora, because I know that in Zagreb there is a Hungarian culture. I don't know how to call it. I don't know, and I think that, and I know that they are doing shows once per or more or twice per year or some holidays Hungarian. But I really don't know who played any year, because they don't do any advertising for any other people except Hungarians who are living in Zagreb. So I think that's the biggest problem. One of the problems for playing only for diaspora. I know that Damir Imamovic also don't want to play for diaspora. Doesn't want to play from diaspora with the same as you said, login, because he wants to build his own audience, not diaspora audience. And if you are playing, you had a show in Köln or Düsseldorf. I know there are a lot of Bosnians there. They should come whenever you play. They will come, yes, for sure.
On my condition.
On you? Yeah. I understand what you are saying. And I think that's the right thing to do.
Yes, we just finished the German tour, and for example, in Berlin, I'm not sure that minority was Germans. I think that minority was diaspora. What was a very big success after 10 years of hard work, you know, in Germany.
Can you do anything without territorial agents, local agents, or it's a must to?
You can do it, but you will lose double, triple, 4 times more than local guy needed, you know. So how you know which club is nice in Vesprem or I don't know, in Temișoara or any other city. So it's always better to have the some representative, or at least good friend in a music business, you know. So in case of Dubioza or Kirill, or I always try to keep the management, to keep the booking for East Europe. Here, I think I don't need it anybody because I almost be in every village. But for all the rest of the countries, yes. For me, I think it's crucial to have somebody who will be connected with the medias. Don't forget the medias. Somebody needs to find one interview at least after the show. Somebody needs to send a newsletter on French language. You don't have you cannot send all the time newsletters. Now when we publish a new songs, we send to 30 promoters to cover all 30 countries, and it's much easier than and it's possible. You know, it's like a 30 people to compare the work of 30 people with one. So it's always better to make a network. Network is, I think it's crucial.
Most important thing.
Yeah.
And media, digital, PR.
Media, digital, PR, social media, and everything. If I knew, I'm a journalist. That's my.
That's why I'm looking at you.
That's my first profession. I'm sports journalist. That's funny, and I work in music. if I know the answer or how to get to media, it's really hard. It's really hard, and you need to have local guys to help you for sure. It's easy to book a show in Zagreb, maybe for Hungarian band, because it's not far away. You don't have that much cost. But if you book on some venue which is like done by booking, you will not have a good show. You need to find someone who is like doing that for years and knows everyone and everything, etc., etc. But it's really hard. I will tell from my. I had last week I organized a show in Zagreb in concert hall Vatroslava Lisinski. That's like biggest concert hall in Zagreb. But I have that smaller venue. I have show for Širom from Slovenia, great band, and Dunjalog from Croatia, also great band. But on the same day, it was Amira Medunjanin show, and day before it was Jafer Yusuf show. So I have all connections in the world, in Croatia with the media, but media was like with the 2 world music shows, and they were paying a lot of money for commercials. I didn't have a space for me. You know?
Yeah, Amira is maybe not such a big name here, but she's huge.
She's
in the
huge.
Balkans.
Amira Medunjanin she's a famous Bosnian Sevdah singer. She's huge in Croatia. She sold out that show for 1,700 tickets. That's really, and on the biggest concert hall in Zagreb. And Jafer Yusuf is also Jafer Yusuf. So
Yeah, he will play here early May.
yeah, go to the show. Media is really important. Social media is most important thing, and I know that sometimes artists don't want to. It's we organize as promoters. We always ask you, please record me one video of something. Please let be vertical video. Please do it. Please, and you are why do it. If some promoters, whatever promoters ask, just do it. As soon as you can, is better. Because sometimes promoter has idea for a day, and we will forget tomorrow that idea, but do it. For example, Dubioza has the greatest video announcement ever. Yeah, I don't know if you see that, please do it. They do videos for every shows. They choose a song to play it. They change the lyrics of the show of that song, and in that lyrics they announce on funny way the show. I'm not fan of Dubioza, but I was fan when they were starting. But I watch every time new video. I always look for it because they are good videos. And if you understand social medias, please do it whatever you take. For example, for this show last week, I asked one of that artists, please do, because tickets didn't sell good. Please do whatever you can, and they did it really right. Some stories, some posts, something, and at the end, I think that we did it right, good. But please ask, be prepared for interviews. Ask promoters, will we do some interviews? Can we do some? If you have someone, we are willing to do some interviews. We are willing to explain our music. We are willing to invite people to our shows. We are willing to do anything, because selling music, unfortunately, is not just about playing music. You can be as good performer as you could be, but if no one will listen, no one will listen. So I know a lot of bad performance with good PR that everyone knows about them.
Also, on the contrary,
Yeah,
very good
for sure.
performers with bad or
But
non-existent PR.
I will not speak about names, but I had some experience with really great, huge performer who didn't want to do any interview for Croatian national newspapers, you know, and it was like we paid him a lot, and we didn't have that in agreement, so that was our fault. You know, two biggest Croatian newspaper wanted to have interview with him. That's like they asked me, not, and he said no. It was like fuck. What to do now? What to do now?
You will continue to cry or finish?
No.
Okay, so that's the normal part. That's the normal part. But as I understand, we need to give you advice for our medias how to make it. Coming from Macedonia and from Bosnia, we was always trying. First, we tried the regular way and see that doesn't work, and then we find out that we need sometimes to be a little bit different, to do something what is maybe not usual, not normal, and stuff like that. I will give you many examples. The best thing, for example, 2 days ago in Germany, one German journalist come to me and say, it's some big media, and say, I have the best name for your booker in Germany. I say, what is the name? She say, Pitbull, because my booker was calling him 100 times, searching away, and bring him on the end of the show. Also, for example, when I start the career from Macedonia with punk band from Macedonia who sing on Macedonian, when I released the second album, I put the 25,000 copies in a girl magazine, what was sold out anyway in that period. That magazine was very popular, and I convinced the owner to put the CD for free for all the women. And normally CD was sold out magazine was sold out for half hour. But then I used this sold out to make a fucking newsletter and send to all promoters in Europe what I know them, and was just write it. Super Hicks punk band from Macedonia sold out 30,000 copies. I think that was the biggest tour ever for Super Hicks. We play in every fucking country in Europe, so we do around 100 shows that year. You know, everybody was want to see this amazing band from Macedonia who sold out for 30 minutes, 25,000 copies. And this is the things you need to make the relationship. You need to be prepared. If the artists don't want to make an interview, you need to find another way to work with the medias, you know. So I also make, I think, a very strong connection, especially in my country. I have one good example from last year in my country. So I was go to Bulgaria because in Macedonia don't have IKEA to buy some stuff for office. But I don't want to pay VAT. So when we cross Bulgaria, we take the VAT back, and I don't want to pay in Macedonia. So I was need to talk with some customer there, just to put the cost a little bit down. And one customer told me, hey, I have a band. I sent 100 times my new song to every radios, blah, blah. This is going online or not? No. Okay. No? Yeah. And I have a band, so I sent to all radios, to all medias, but nobody don't want to play my song. I said, don't worry. Give me the song. I call my friend from the national radio. Please put him somewhere on the top list. We crossed the border without paying taxes, nothing. They opened the van. You don't have nothing. It was fucking full with everything. Closed the door, we cross. 6 months later, the same customers call me and say, Login, you make me a great job. I'm still number 1 6 months on the top list on the radio. I say, oh my God. I call my friend. I say, hey, I was joking. Put him for 1 week, not 6 months, my friend. Don't worry, move him. You know, so you need to have a good connection also with media sometimes to find a way how to do the things.
Okay, I think it's time for questions.
You should do it before.
Questions. Do you have any to these two people? We are over time anyway, so if you don't worry, we'll have a coffee break and then we'll give the floor to people with proper English.
Yes. Thank you.
So, yeah, in 10 minutes we'll continue. Thank you, Login. Thank you, Amir.
Thank you.
And we'll see you again during the listening session.
Yeah.